Welcome to a journey of transformation, where ancient wisdom meets modern chaos, guided by the channel Stoic inner power today. Time is the only resource that, once spent, can never be replenished, yet we squander it as if it is infinite. We live as though we are destined to live forever, forgetting that our time on this earth is strictly limited. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, warned us centuries ago about the dangers of drifting through life without a clear purpose. He ruled the greatest empire on earth, yet his daily battle was not against barbarians, but against his own mind. Today, we will explore 6 powerful Stoic principles that will help you stop wasting your life and start truly living. These are not just theoretical ideas, but practical tools to reclaim your focus, your energy, and your ultimate destiny. Imagine waking up every single morning with total clarity, knowing exactly what matters and ignoring everything that does not matter. This state of mind is possible if you are willing to apply the discipline and wisdom of the Stoic philosophy. The modern world is designed to distract you, but the ancient world offers the antidote to our fragmented attention spans. It is time to stop acting like a passive observer in your own life and become the active director of it. We must clear away the dust of triviality to see the true reflection of who we are meant to be. Let the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius be the fire that guides you through the darkness of uncertainty and wasted time. Prepare yourself to navigate the maze of life with a new compass, one that points directly to your inner power. Let us begin with the first and perhaps most critical principle for the modern age. Guard your attention ferociously. Your attention is your most valuable currency, yet you likely give it away freely to anyone who asks for it. We scroll through endless feeds, consume mindless drama, and react to notifications that add zero value to our existence. Marcus Aurelius said that the value of attentiveness varies in proportion to its object. Are you investing wisely today? To stop wasting your life, you must perform an attention audit and ruthlessly eliminate the sources of your distraction. Think about the last hour of your life. Did you control your focus, or was it stolen by an algorithm? You must become like a rock against which the waves crash, standing firm while the turbulent waters settle down. When you guard your attention, you reclaim your cognitive power, allowing you to produce work of true significance and quality. This is the state of deep work, where time seems to vanish and you are fully immersed in the present moment. Well, do not be afraid to miss out on the latest trends or news. Most of it is noise, not signal. Reclaim the moments in between tasks. Instead of checking your phone, simply look around and observe the world. Scattered attention is weak, but focused attention is like a laser beam that can cut through any obstacle in life. Protect your mind from the intrusion of negative news and gossip that poisons your spirit and wastes your emotional energy. Treat your mind like a fortress. You are the gatekeeper, and you decide who or what is allowed to enter. Conduct a daily review. Identify the thieves of your time and build better defenses against them for tomorrow. Saying no to the non-essential is the only way to say yes to the things that truly matter to you. You cannot get back the time you have already wasted, but you can ensure that the future is used wisely. A cluttered environment leads to a cluttered mind. And simplify your physical space to help protect your mental attention. Every time you resist a distraction, you are strengthening your mental muscles and building the character of a true Stoic. Be like the eagle. Have a high vantage point, but keep your eyes locked on the target until you succeed. Technology should be a tool that serves you, not a master that demands your constant attention and obedience. Let the noise of the world flow around you without moving you. This is the essence of guarding your attention. By mastering your attention, you master your life. Without this control, you are merely a leaf blowing in the wind. Multitasking is a myth that destroys productivity. Do one thing at a time and do it with your full presence. Remind yourself daily of your priorities. If you do not define them, someone else will define them for you. The greatest gift you can give to others and to yourself is the gift of your undivided attention. Your attention is the light that guides your ship. Hey, keep the lens clean and the light burning bright always. Step away from the crowd. The majority is often wrong, and their noise will only lead you astray. Once you have guarded your attention, you must learn to be alone. This brings us to the second principle. Embrace solitude. Many people fear solitude because they are afraid of the thoughts that arise when the noise finally stops. We fill our silence with music, podcasts, and chatter because we are terrified of meeting our true selves. But nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul, said Marcus. Solitude is not loneliness. Loneliness is the pain of being alone. Solitude is the glory of being alone. It is in the stillness of solitude that we process our experiences and transform them into wisdom and strength. Use solitude to converse with yourself. Ask hard questions. Who are you when no one else is watching? Nature is a great teacher of solitude. It does not rush. It does not seek approval. Yeah, it simply exists. You do not need a cabin in the woods. You can find solitude in your bedroom by shutting out the world. When the water of your mind is agitated, you cannot see clearly. Solitude allows the mud to settle down. Face the parts of yourself you have been avoiding, the insecurities, the fears, and the dreams you buried. Solitude recharges your social battery. You cannot be a good companion to others if you are not one to yourself. Make it a habit to steal away moments for yourself. Even 10 minutes of silence can reset your entire day. In solitude, you are in the company of the greatest minds in history through the books you choose to read. You are both the sculptor and the marble. Solitude is the time when you chisel away what is not you. Look at the stars and realize your place in the universe. In the grand scheme, your anxieties are insignificant. Learn to sit with your boredom. Boredom is often the precursor to creativity if you do not suppress it immediately. Be like the lotus, rooted in the mud of the world but rising above it to bloom in solitary beauty. Do not fear the weather of life. Walk through it alone, and you will realize you are stronger than you thought. Validation from within is the only validation that matters. You find this when you are alone with your thoughts. The ocean does not need permission to be powerful. Neither do you. Find your power in the silence of solitude. Connect with your body. Listen to its signals. Solitude allows you to hear what your body has been screaming. Protect your inner flame. If you expose it to the winds of society constantly, it will surely be extinguished. When you can be happy alone, you have gained a superpower. You are no longer dependent on others for joy. Time spent in solitude is not wasted. It is invested in the most important relationship you will ever have. Create boundaries. Protect your solitude as if your life depends on it. Well, because your spiritual life truly does. Embrace the path of the lone wolf occasionally. It teaches self-reliance and builds a character that cannot be broken. Return to the world only when you are ready, carrying the peace of solitude with you into the chaos. Solitude strengthens you, but the world will try to weaken you with its opinions. Principle 3. Reject external validation. We spend our lives building a prison where the bars are made of other people's opinions and expectations. The applause of the crowd is fleeting. It is a drug that gives a high but leaves you empty. Marcus Aurelius asked, "Do you want to be praised by a man who curses himself 3 times every hour?" Stop wearing masks to please others. It is exhausting and it betrays the only person who matters, yourself. If you constantly change to fit the environment, you lose your true color. Be authentic, even if it is unpopular. Well, it takes courage to walk your own path. The herd will always try to pull you back into line. Develop an internal compass. Your values should dictate your direction, not the shouting of the crowd or the trends. Create for the sake of creation. Work for the sake of the work. The outcome is not in your control. Fame is a hollow goal. Many who are famous are miserable, slaves to an image they must constantly maintain. When someone insults you, they are revealing their own character, not yours. Do not accept their gift of insult. Be like the rock. Praise and blame are just water flowing over you. They do not change your substance. Become your own judge. Did you act with integrity? Did you do your best? That is all that matters. True merit does not need to be announced with trumpets. It speaks for itself in the quality of your actions. Reputation is what others think you are. Character is who you actually are. Focus entirely on building your character. Do good deeds in secret. If you need to broadcast your kindness, it is not kindness, it is marketing. Listen to criticism only to see if it contains truth. If it does, correct yourself. If not, ignore it. Does an emerald lose its quality if it is not praised? You are valuable because of your nature, not opinions. Refuse to participate in gossip. It lowers your mind and makes you dependent on the misfortunes of others for entertainment. Accept your appearance, your status, and your life. Craving what others have is a rejection of your own unique path. Impressing people is a waste of time. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. The path to wisdom is lonely because it requires you to leave behind the comfort of collective delusion. Stop counting your likes and start counting your virtues. That is the only metric that will matter in the end. There is beauty in authenticity. Embrace your scars and your flaws. They are the map of your life's journey. Opinions are just wind. They come and go. Your principles are the roots that keep you grounded in the earth. Hold fast to your convictions. If you are right, you have nothing to fear. If you are wrong, learn. Seeking validation often means avoiding blame. A Stoic accepts responsibility and seeks only to correct their own errors. Experience life directly, not through the lens of how it will look to others when you post it later. To reject validation requires strength. To build that strength, we need the fourth principle. Practice voluntary discomfort. We live in an age of comfort, and comfort is a slow poison that weakens the will and softens the spirit. Seneca said, "Set aside a certain number of days to be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." By voluntarily experiencing discomfort, you inoculate yourself against the fear of losing your luxuries in the future. Sleep on the floor occasionally. Take the stairs. Walk instead of driving. Remind your body who is in charge. When you do hard things voluntarily, the involuntary hardships of life become much easier to bear when they arrive. You are the iron. Discomfort is the hammer. The fire is your will. Forge yourself into a weapon of life. Fasting is not just for health. It is a spiritual exercise to prove that you are not a slave to appetite. Temperature control is a modern luxury. Expose yourself to the elements to reconnect with your primal resilience. Wear cheap clothes to train yourself not to value your worth based on the fabric draped over your body. Physical exertion cleanses the mind. When the body struggles, the mind becomes sharp, focused, and incredibly quiet. Carry the heavy load. The burden strengthens your back and prepares you for the heavy responsibilities of life. Learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. While this is the secret to growth in every single area of your life. Wake up early. The morning struggle against the warmth of the bed is the first victory of the day. Your will is a blade. If you do not sharpen it against the stone of discomfort, it will become dull. Resist the urge to scratch an itch immediately. Train your mind to decouple the stimulus from the reaction. Say no to pleasure occasionally, not because pleasure is bad, but to prove that you are free from it. Strip away the technology and conveniences for a weekend. Remember what it means to be a human being. Convenience makes us weak. Choose the hard way sometimes, just to remind yourself that you are capable. Intellectual discomfort is also necessary. Read things that challenge your beliefs and force you to think deeply. Calluses on your hands and on your mind are badges of honor. They show that you have engaged with reality. Let the pressure of life wash over you. If you are strong, it will only clean you, not crush you. Practice poverty by giving away what you think you need. You will realize you need much less than you thought. The discomfort of swallowing your pride is bitter, but it is the medicine that cures the disease of arrogance. Do things badly at first. The discomfort of being a beginner is the price of entry for becoming a master. Premeditatio malorum. Visualize losing everything you love. It prepares you for grief and makes you cherish the present. Nature is violent and unpredictable. By practicing discomfort, you align yourself with the harsh reality of the universe. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Choose your pain wisely every single day. Build your shield of resilience now, so that when the arrows of fortune fly, you are ready to stand. Resilience gives you the capacity to act. But how should you act? Principle 5, live by your values. To stop wasting your life, you must know what you stand for. Without values, you are a ship without a rudder. Values are not what you say. They are what you do when no one is looking and when it costs you. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This is the ultimate Stoic command. Define your code. Is it honesty? Is it kindness? Is it courage? Write it down and memorize it today. Profit obtained at the expense of your character is not profit. It is a terrible loss that corrupts your soul. Integrity means integration. It means your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all aligned in one direction. Measure your day not by productivity, but by adherence to your values. Did you act with virtue today? Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting according to your values despite the presence of fear. Lying is a form of slavery. When you lie, you must maintain the lie. The truth sets you free immediately. Living by your values heals relationships. People trust consistency. They feel safe when they know where you stand. A clear conscience is the softest pillow. You sleep well when you know you have not betrayed your own code. Character is revealed in the dark. How you behave when you are anonymous is the truest test of virtue. Your values are your legacy. They are what will remain of you in the minds of others after you die. Duty is a heavy word, but it is a noble one. Do your duty to humanity as a rational being. Justice is the source of all other virtues. Treat everyone with dignity, from the emperor to the slave. Kindness is invincible, provided it is genuine. It disarms anger and melts the hardest of hearts over time. Small acts of virtue accumulate. You do not become a saint overnight, but by repeated acts of goodness. When you look back at your life, you will not regret the money you didn't make, but the values you compromised. Let your values be your North Star. Even in the darkest storm, you will know which way to go. When wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to be silent. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Live for something greater than yourself. A life centered only on the self is a small and miserable life. The world will test your values constantly. Every temptation is a test. Will you pass or will you fail? Trust your heart. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Listen to that quiet whisper of conscience. What do you want to be written on your tombstone? Live today so that you earn that inscription. You can lie to the world, but you cannot lie to the person in the mirror. Live with honor. The philosophy of Stoicism is not a library of words, but a gym for the soul. Practice your values. We strive, we build, we act. But ultimately, we must face the final principle. Accept what you cannot control. This is the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. You control your actions, your will, and your judgments. You do not control the outcome, the weather, or others. Why be angry at the traffic? Your anger will not make the cars move faster. It only punishes you. When something breaks, it is broken. Getting upset adds a second layer of suffering to the original event. Acceptance is not resignation. It is acknowledging reality so that you can take the next effective action immediately. Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling. Be the sailor who adjusts the sails, not the one who curses the wind. Amor fati. Love your fate. Do not just bear it. Love it. Everything that happens is fuel for your growth. Play the game with the cards you are dealt. Complaining about the hand is a waste of your precious turn. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Change your judgment, and you change your world. We are part of a larger whole. What is good for the hive is good for the bee. Trust the process. Your past is outside your control. It is dead. So focus all your energy on the present moment, which is yours. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Accept failure as data, not as a judgment. You cannot control the success of others. Envy is a foolish waste of mental energy. Focus on your own path. Run with the cart of destiny. If you resist, you will be dragged anyway, but you will be bruised and miserable. Let go of the need to control everything. It is an illusion that causes you anxiety. Surrender to the flow. Anxiety is suffering before it is necessary. If the problem can be solved, act. If not, accept. Worry helps nothing. Death is the ultimate thing you cannot control. Accept your mortality, and you will learn to appreciate your vitality. Life is a river. You cannot step in the same river twice. Embrace the impermanence of all things. The obstacle is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. Turn every negative into a positive. Build an inner citadel. No matter what happens outside, your inner peace remains untouchable and under your command. Hold everything loosely. If you grip too tight, you will crush what you love. Freedom comes from non-attachment. End each day with acceptance. You did what you could. Leave the rest to fate and rest your mind. From the perspective of the cosmos, Your troubles are dust. This realization brings a profound sense of peace. Breathe in the present moment. It is the only place where life exists. The rest is memory or imagination. We have traversed the 6 paths of Stoic wisdom. These principles are simple to understand but difficult to master. Knowledge without action is useless. Do not just watch this video and return to your old habits. Start today. Pick one principle, practice it, fail, or try again. This is the only path to a good life. Marcus Aurelius struggled just like you. He was human. If he could find peace in chaos, so can you. Stop wasting your life. It is ending 1 minute at a time. Yes, seize this moment and make it yours. You have the power within you. You always have. Now go forth and live a life of virtue and purpose. If this video added value to your life, please like and share it to spread the wisdom to others. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Stoic Inner Power for more guidance on your path to wisdom. Goodbye.